Looking for treasure or something of old, hoping for silver or better yet, gold.
Well, for you guys, it was only a few seconds. It's actually been about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I just got back from the hardware store. Brand new piece of cable. They didn't have any 5-wire. This one's got 7, which is okay. I guess that fan probably isn't doing any good, but it's doing me good. I kept cutting this cable back, and it's just rotting all the way back up through here, so I'm going to have to replace the whole thing all the way around. This is where it comes in and hooks up, so pretty much got to replace the whole cable. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it done today now. I've still got to mow. My bride says I only have so much time I can devote to to the boat project, so I've got to mow. I got a couple other things I need to do. I need to prep for a job tomorrow, so I'll see what I can get done here in the next few minutes, but I think my day here is just about done. Alright, that's it. I don't know exactly where I left off. If you're seeing this, I added it to the video. If you're not, well then you're not. This is the wiring harness. As you can see, it's pretty short. It's maybe 3 feet long. And I kept cutting it back because it was rotten right here at the switch, and that's just a momentary toggle to work the choke. But I hope that fan's not killing us here. Let me turn around. Anyway, see, the wires are all rotten here. So I got a new toggle switch, and I was fixing to rewire this switch. This is a I need 5 wires in the harness, and or exactly, I don't know, 5 or 6 anyway. I went and got a new cable, which is astronomical. Just seems like everything. And there are 2, 4, 6, 7 wires in there. So I should be pretty good to go. And I think I got, I don't know how many feet of it, but a lot. So if I need to put the switch or something up in this area, I'll be able to. Alright, that was pretty much it. If I don't do anything else, I'm gonna get this thing wired, get that harness changed out. The second thing was, I'm not being able to, I don't know if I got a bad primer bulb on that new tank to engine hose, or what's going on, but I pumped on that thing till I was blue trying to get it to prime up. So that's the next thing. Weather permitting, it's supposed to rain later today, but weather permitting, I should just about have this thing done. Oh gosh, I hope so. Alright, let's get started. Harness, okay. I got the new harness, the outside insulation peeled back, and here's what I need. We need a green, a white, and a red, and these 2 blacks go up here to the stator or underneath the flywheel there. Doesn't matter which one goes where. So we've got red, white, green, red, white, green, and I'm going to use a black and a blue since I don't have 2 blacks, which will be fine. Just so they go to the right place here on the switch. Everything should work out good. Famous last words. Okay. Oh, minor snafu again, no big deal. These are all soldered up, and I put liquid tape on them. This stuff right here, beautiful. If you're ever doing any work around salt water, especially water in general, but salt water, you can crimp, solder, and then liquid tape these wherever your connections are, and that is perfect. I don't know what happened here. This is This is the new flux or acid, whatever you want to call it, they gave me with the kit, new soldering iron kit. That's the solder. We'll throw it away. Here's my old flux, which is OD, lead-free solder paste. And this is my old Radio Shack rosin core solder. This stuff wouldn't stick, couldn't tin the tip on the soldering iron. Finally, I went through 2 tips, and then I went and they burn out if they're not tinned, and then they're not in contact with your work. They'll burn the tips out of them. So that's what happened. Then when I switched over to my old flux and my solder, it worked fine. So now all I got to do is, where I've got these trimmed off right here and here, just hook this up in reverse. I'm just going to wrap these 2 wires back on the harness and tape over them. In case I need them down the road, they'll be there. And I think that's about it right now. Alright, she is rewired, new cable. We've got new choke switch. This, I may have to change the ignition cable, but looks like one of the poles had gotten hot. Let's see here. Okay, here's our choke. Aha! Look at there. I can get in here. Choke's working. And ignition. Let's see if the ignition is working. So that's off. Choke works on or off. Ignition is working. Hot dang dog bite daddy. Been a long process here. Our next maneuver is to see if it's got fire. Right here. And then I got to get some gas to it and see if it'll fire up. I'm getting close. I'm ready for this to end. Okay, more good news. I just stuck a screwdriver inside this plug wire. I only checked one, but it's got nice white fire. Makes a good jump from there to the ground. So it's got fire. Starter's turning over. Choke's working. If I can get some gas to it, this thing should crank up. One last thing I want to do, I'm going to paint all these connections real good with some of that liquid tape and let that set. Oh boy, I'm getting happy. I'm just about, feel like I won the lottery. Okay, got it all painted up with electrical tape, liquid tape. I probably didn't explain that, if you can believe that. I started to, I think, and then just stopped in mid-sentence. Something I've never done before 5 minutes ago. Reason you paint everything in these salt water conditions is because electrical wiring gets what we call the greenies, and once that green corrosion sets in, it's not long before stuff doesn't work. That's why you see people go in there and they don't solder their connections. They just use these crimp-on butt connectors and don't heat shrink or liquid tape. I usually do both. I don't have any heat shrink, so I'm not going to the one more trip to the hardware store. It's good, it'll work, it's fine. Everything seems to be working electrically, so I'm going to work on this gas hose or go buy another one if I have to, and that'll do it. But all this old wiring is definitely gone and replaced. This old switch, you can see the greenies here, but you know, this thing has been in there for, gosh, I don't even know how long, 12-15 years easily. Okay, that's it for now. Stand by. Hey, y'all want to hear the sweetest sound known to man? Maybe not all men, but for this man, for sure. Listen to this. Yes, sir. Just like drinking honeydew vine water. Yeah, it looks like I got done just in time. I know I probably showed you this. That's funny. This was the part I replaced here. The other one stopped about here and was for like a V-bow. That, and then this in case this little spring right there is the only thing that holds it. So if this strap breaks or that spring gives up or gets weak, it'll catch on this thing, and you want that just long enough to make it through the eye, the bow eye there. This is perfect. Yeah, see there, it's already raining. Well, sorry, Cindy, can't mow today. Anyway, I am so happy. You can't believe the relief. I got something else I want to show you. I don't know if I did or not. I haven't edited anything. I've just been adding video to this project lately, so I'm probably going to edit this and put it up today. I do have to go under here and just tighten these up. I left them loose so they would center themselves on the rib I wanted, and now that they're under there, I need to kind of just tap them and tighten up each one. There's 1, 2, 3, 6 of them, 2 bolts on each, and it's piddling now. No major stuff anymore. Yeah, here's what it's looking like here. It's fixing to come up. I fired it today. Fired it up. It's coming. The guy I was just talking to, that he's got one of those squirrel-proof bird feeders, and so I went and bought one of those stuffed fake squirrels, because he only comes up every now and then, and hear that thunder, and I put them in the middle. It's kind of like a circular one with a hole in the middle with a little hood over the top. I put it in the middle, and so when he walked out there, he thought there was a squirrel in his feeder. Well, then that was yesterday. So this morning he gets up, and I guess the squirrels had figured out how to come down that line and how to get in his feeder. Well, I've got everything else ready. This is the reserve tank for the hookah rig, and it's down in here, and got the mouthpiece and the hose and all. And then under here, okay, this is over here is actually the hookah rig. It fit pretty good right here in this little igloo cooler, and that'll keep it keep the salt spray and all off. And oh wait, there's more. That prop goes on the motor. It's been reconned. Found this nice case that holds my drone perfectly. So we're all set up on that. What else we got going? So I have been pretty busy. I just haven't had the time to work on the yacht, the treasure boat. But so much. This just came. This is a dive mask with a camera mount built in on it, which is pretty cool. So I'm, for all purposes, extremely close to being able to hit the water. All right. We'll see how all this goes down.